Hello, Sandra Pollock here, sharing the Monday Thought. So, this week I am sharing with you a thought that I was thinking about over the weekend. And over the weekend, I was reflecting on the many things that I do. I get involved with lots of different organizations, sit on boards, support community groups, as well as my coaching, mentoring, training, and program development. I'm frequently asked to get involved in something else. And as I was reflecting on another thing that I'm thinking about, over the weekend, the question came to me, or the sentence, yes, the question came to me, what is my intention? So if I were to get involved in this new project, what would my intention be? So organizations, groups, other committees, they have their intentions, and you need to think about that if you're involved in other things as a leader. But also, you also need to think about your own personal intention for getting involved, and that's where this question comes from. So the question for this week that I'd like you to think about as you go through your week is, what is my intention? Now, a lot of the things that we get involved with and we find that we have to do are work related. And you might think, well, it's a part of my job, so I have to do it. That is true. But you should still think about what is your intention as an individual for doing this task, this project, this meeting, whatever it is that you are working on. So, yeah, what is your intention? What is your personal, individual desire, desired outcome for getting involved in this task, in this conversation, in this meeting? That is the question for this week. So I'm looking down because I always try and take some notes so that it helps me to keep in focus. The thought of maybe doing this thing, asking yourself this question, what's my intention? What's my intention? It may appear tedious at first, but as you practice it, it sort of formulates in the back of your mind, and before you know it, you are thinking about it with everything that you do. So, why is it important? Well, it is important because it helps you to align your actions with your values, with things that are important to you. So, it is, and I find that it is quite an empowering question for me to focus on. So it keeps your actions aligned and it will empower you to say no where you can to things that really are not keeping you on target with what you really need to be doing and what you really want to do. Because we get asked so many things and to do, and sometimes we can find that we are actually led astray, taken off track by getting involved in things that really we probably should not and really don't want to. So most of the things we do, as I say, in the job, at home, socially, and activities can become routine. And we do it because we've always done it. It's always been done. We do it almost like automatic pilot without thinking about it. But what I want to encourage you to do this week, and what I will be doing, is focus in, forcing myself to ask, what's my intention for doing this? And not just work on automatic pilot. What else have I written down in my notes? So, this is an empowering question that will help you maintain and help us maintain our alignment to our values and our inner purpose and not get led astray, as I said. And if we're unclear of what our values are and what our inner purposes are, this question will push us to reevaluate those and become more clear about what's my values here and what's my inner purpose. So consider this question and try to get yourself to ask the question. And this is important, and it's an important question to do. Again, it brings you clarity, number one. Number two, it will bring us the level of personal satisfaction that we look to get from the work that we do, the activities that we do, the time that we share with others. Three, it helps us to define our personal value and our purpose, as I mentioned. And four, it also helps us to maintain our personal power in that we retain that inner decision making. Yes, as I said, there are things that we have to do as part of our jobs, and but by asking what's my intention here, there's a sense that we're not giving our power away, we're holding on to our power because we're maintaining our control over the intention that we put to it, the attitude, the approach that we put to it. So we're not losing ourselves because we have to do this as a part of our job, for example. So your intentions don't need to be grandiose. They just need to be clear for you. Why are you doing this? What are you aiming to achieve by doing this? And this is your personal clarity, my personal clarity around purpose and around ensuring that we are staying in line with who and what we truly want to be. So there you are. That's the question for this week. And in doing this, you become stronger, more powerful within yourself, and more clear about your own intentions. So that is it for this week. Just looking down at my notes to see if there's anything else. People who work on themselves and stand firm in their personal decision making, those are the ones who appear and are unshakable because they know what they're doing and they know why they're doing it. So improve your unshakability this week by asking that question as frequently as you can. What's my intention here? And aligning where you can to your own values. Have a great week. Come back this week and let me know how using that question through your week, as you look at your work and you look at things that come up before you, using that question, how has it worked for you? And how has it made you feel about your work, yourself, and what levels of satisfaction have you noticed in this week as you've asked this question to yourself? This is all about strengthening our inner self, holding on to our inner power, and most importantly, finding the levels of satisfaction and inner value that we are giving to ourselves through what we do. So have a great week. Sandra Pollock signing out and looking forward to catching up with you later in the week. Take care.